Former U.S. national team women's captain once said, Mia Hamm said, it's more difficult to stay on top than to get there. Let's talk about those who've been able to achieve the feat of staying on top at their games. Talk about Jorginho of Chelsea, N'Golo Kante, who won the Champions League with Chelsea Football Club. Let's talk about Lionel Messi, who has gotten to the top of his game and joined Paris Saint-Germain. Welcome. This is the arena. Here we get to talk about stories emanating from the world of sports, and on today's show we have quite a lot lined up for you. Today, the business side of sports is one of the things we would be taking a look at. What are 5 stories that make the sports business countdown for the day? We will talk about them on the show today, and also on the discussion segment we talk about the Nigerian team who are doing wonderfully well at the Under-20 World Championship that is going on right now in Nairobi. Yes, we'll talk about that and not leave out, of course, the men who have been nominated for the UEFA awards, and women also. We will not leave out those ones too. We will wrap up the show talking about the games that are expected to be on this weekend. Do ensure you stay back and don't go anywhere, because when we get back, the show will start in full. I'll be your host. My name is Jidechi Chid Ezie. Welcome back. This is the arena. Now it starts with the first thing on the show today, the arena business countdown. Now let's start off with number 5. On number 5 we talk about Madrid and then TV channel Real Madrid TV. Now Real Madrid TV, the DTT channel owned by La Liga football team Real Madrid, is set to become an OTT platform that offers VOD and live streaming content. Now, the company aims to get up to €8 million from European funds under the Espana Hub audiovisual platform to turn the channel into an OTT service branded Real Madrid Digital Factory. Now, 2 weeks ago, Cinedime, an independent streaming company, had announced a partnership with the Spanish giants, which was intended at expanding the distribution of Madrid's streaming channel, making the team more accessible to North American fans in the US and Canada, featuring thousands of hours of fan-centric football content leading up to the 2021-2022 season and featuring 2 to 3 matches per week. Now, if Madrid can secure funding from the Spanish government, this means that the club service will be available across all devices and will be seeking a global distribution. Now, with the move, the football club intends to strengthen the TV channel, which only has 0.4% audience share in the DTT. Now, Real Madrid won their opening game of the 2021-2022 La Liga season last weekend, defeating Levante. And now at number 4 we talk about Global and FIFA, who have been having an issue for a while now. Global and FIFA once again have a 100% healthy relationship. Now the broadcasters renegotiated the payment of a debt it had with the entity after the coronavirus pandemic. Now, in addition, Global will also show more FIFA reporting events on Open TV. Now, the objective is clear: to achieve a smooth contract renewal to show the 2026 World Cup in Brazil. Now, in June of last year, Global filed an injunction not to pay the 2020 portion of the contract for the entity's rights to the event in the amount of $90 million. Now, the station claimed that the new coronavirus pandemic had reduced the financial income and made the payment feasible at the time. Now, FIFA tried to receive the immediate amount in court in the second half of 2020, but the court won the case for the station without much to do. Global and FIFA settled amicably. This lawsuit was filed in March this year in the Rio de Janeiro court. Now, the TV news found that Globe talks to repay the debt with FIFA in installments over the next 3 years, even after the end of the current contract, which expires at the end of 2022 with the World Cup in Qatar. Now, Global has already paid 2021 installments in June, even without problems. Now, even though the legal dispute already has been resolved, Global wants to please FIFA from now until the end of the agreement. The network must show more events that are on the contract on Open TV. Now, the list includes national team-based tournament, futsal, and even beach soccer. Now, the idea is to ensure calm conversations for the renewal of the contract from 2023, which will include the 2026 World Cup, not yet closed for the Brazilian market. An example of the new label policy, then that's the one that's going down today, Friday, August the 20th. Global will air the game between Brazil and Switzerland in its programming for the debut of the Brazilian team in the Globe World Cup in sand. Now, for this, the section of the afternoon in Johan Hoye will be shortened in the schedule. Now, FIFA and Global are long-standing partners, and the broadcaster has directly owned the competition rights of the governing body since 2000 in Brazil. Now we move on to number 3, where we have Italian midfielder Locatelli making the news. Yes, he has joined Juve on a 2-year loan deal from Sassuolo with an obligation to buy in 2023. No, Locatelli was part of the Italian squad that won the Euro 2020 last month, scoring just twice in 5 games and coming on as a late substitute in the final. Now, the deal will become a permanent transfer into June 2023 for further 3 years with a fee up to 35.37 actually 0.5 million euros, and that was what was agreed between Locatelli and Juventus, and he joined Sassuolo in 2018. Now, the former AC Milan player had been linked with both Arsenal and Liverpool during this summer's transfer window, and Juventus missed out on the Serie A title for the first time since 2012 as they finished 4th last season and reappointed former boss Massimiliano Allegri in May after sacking Andrea Pirlo. They begin their 2021-2022 Serie A season at Udinese on Sunday. Now, other transfer stories that include Juventus includes the one that concerns Ronaldo, who on Tuesday criticized reports from the media linking him away from the move from the Turin club. Now, he put out a lengthy message on his Instagram account that ended with "Everything for now is just talk." Now we move on to number 2, and on number 2 we have the Africa Cup of Nations, which is expected to be going down later next year. Now, after promises of new television deals across African continent following disastrous fallout from Lagade, a representation agreement saw a $1 billion commercial guarantee replaced by blank TV screens and rapidly retreating sponsors. Now, CAF has announced that the Africa Cup of Nations 2021 will be broadcast by the members of the African Union of Broadcasters, which is called the AUB. Now, no figure was announced for the deal, which will inevitably be compared to previous broadcasts under Lagade's representation that saw coverage in every African continent, including the international market. Now, the AUB, which is headquartered in Dakar, Senegal, is a consortium of public broadcasters covering 45 African states that will bid for collective broadcast rights for its members, who are all free-to-air broadcasters. Now, the AUB generally has a public service programming outlook that is committed to the development of all aspects of broadcasting in Africa, including the exchange of indigenous programming, but maintains a commitment to broadcasting events of national importance when it can afford the rights. Now, the AUB joined with Afro Sports Rights Distribution Agency to secure sales to its members. Now, General Gregory Ndaka, the CEO of the AUB, said, and I quote, "CAF has recognized the unique role that the AUB plays in Africa TV, and we are encouraged by the prospects for the public service TV and sports coverage on the landscape. Now, I am glad that to date, more than 25% of our broadcast affiliates have reached an agreement to televise AFCON, with more expected to sign in the upcoming week." Now, he went further by saying, "We are thrilled to deliver what will be Africa's best televised events." Now, the 33rd CAF Africa Cup of Nations, which will be played from January the 9th till February the 6th, 2022 in Cameroon, would be going on later next year. Now, the deal with the AUB give a competition a potential audience span that will reach more than 120 cities and many rural communities. Now, the AUB affiliate network reaches over 100 million TV households. Now, on number one, we have the one that involves golf big man Tiger Woods. Yes, talk about Tiger Woods. And now, in recent years, there have been talks of several golf-related items that have brought big cash at auctions. But when the item belongs to Tiger Woods, it takes an added importance. Now, Golden Age Auctions once again is offering a backup of Woods' renowned Scotty Cameroon putter, which is from the 2002 season. Now, a similar auction held last September for a backup from the 2001 season, which sold $154,928. Now, Woods' 2002 putter auction is set to better this one. Now, Woods is a 15-time major champion and 82-time PGA Tour winner, and used to get 3 Scotty Cameroon putters for his PGA Tour campaign in a season. Now, Woods' old putters are being auctioned online as the golfing star enters the last bend of his career. The auction runs till 7 p.m. on August the 28th, and even giving early bidding, the putter is likely to bring in a nice haul. Now, as at the evening of Thursday, the 19th of August 2021, 9 bids have been received so far, the top bid being $53,589. Now, according to the auction listing, the putter has spent the past 18 plus years in the Far East, the Middle East, and Europe. Now, 2 days before the auction opened for bidding, the valuable flat stick cleared customs and was sent to Golden Age auction warehouse. Now, of course, the eventual price tag for this putter, which has TW stamped on the toe and Scotty Cameroon stamped vertically near the heel, along with a single dot sideline on the top line, will be nowhere near what Woods used in 14 of his major championship wins he could fetch. Now, Golden Age Golf Auction co-founder Ryan Carey, a golf memorabilia collector himself, said in the 2019 interview with Golf Channel that it would go for about $3 million to $5 million US if it was ever available. Now, Carey inserted a note into the auction listing the 2002 backup that he believes now estimates was too low, which would make the current backup putter somewhat of a bargain, provided you have an extra box or grand, something of that nature lying around. Now, that makes our big 5 on the Arena Business Countdown. And when we go on a short break and when we come back, we will be going into the big 3 stories we have to discuss for you on the show today. Yes, I can assure you, the weekend's games, we will be talking about it. The Under 20 is also on the list for you, and it will be coming just after this break.
Enter market, make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do now, make you go for the open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436, 07066638213. Banga fresh palm fruit.
Most people don't understand the magic of the perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
You no sabi cook the banga. No go enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga efo riro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extracts for tasty African cuisine. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services, and meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Welcome back. This is the arena. Now let's talk about stories emanating from the world of sports and leave the sports business for a minute. Three big stories to talk about on this segment of the show, and it will be the ones concerning the Under-20 Championship, the UEFA Awards, and of course the games that we're going to have this weekend. Joining me today on the show is our sports analyst in the person of Akeem Olarenwaju. Welcome to the show, Akeem.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you look good. I love it. Okay, let's start off immediately and talk about the Under-20s Championship. Lots of stories concerning that one, and the likes of Godson Brumley getting to the finals of the men's finals. That's the younger brother of Olympic bronze medalist S.A. Brumley. We have Phil Philly, lots and lots of Nigerians doing it quite well right there in the one that's going on right in the African continent. But the big story so far is the one that concerns the gold medal, the 4x400 mixed relay team were able to get. I mean, you saw that video, quite an interesting race they ran, and it's good that having youngsters who can do this.
Well, I think we really thank God for the result that we are seeing now. I think it's a product of the programs that the current administration has actually been doing. I mean, the Catch Them Young program to get the new athletes. And it's a very sound, let me call it, great achievement for the Nigerian Athletics Federation generally.
The Athletics Federation generally. Akim, when you talk about the Athletics Federation, we saw a little drama that happened. Do I call it little at this point? I mean, we recorded lots and lots of drama that happened during the main Olympics. But these youngsters, we see the likes of Godson Bruno, who has been the biggest name for Nigeria so far, doing so well, although he couldn't win the men's finals. But it looks like there's something really changing there.
Sure. Of recent, I think the governor of Bayelsa State have actually shown that there is a reward system for any athlete that actually perform excellently well. And in terms of the motivation is so high that any athlete also will definitely wish to be celebrated. So it's a laudable achievement, seeing that different governors of different states, I think the Akwa Ibom state governor, is it Akwa Ibom Anambra state, also motivated some of the football players that won the football teams that actually won the ITO Cup and all that. So looking at all this, we can see that one will definitely transfer to motivate other teams as well.
Other teams as well. Okay, let's talk about other teams and motivating factors. Let's move on and talk about the UEFA Awards. Yes, the UEFA Awards announcements have been made. Shortlist for the final 3 nominees for each category. And before I come back to Akim, let me quickly run you through the teams that have been released by UEFA. Yes, the list that have been released by UEFA. Start off with the one that concerns the men's player of the year. Yes, talk about N'Golo Kante of Chelsea. Talk about Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City, and Jorginho of Chelsea. 2 Chelsea players on that list, and 1 Manchester City player. Now when you move on, talk about the women's player of the year. You have all Barcelona there. You remember Barcelona, we are the winners of the Champions League. Yes, all Barcelona. Sadly, Nigeria's Asisa Toshuala is not on that list, but you can see the likes of Lieke Martens, Alexis Putellas, and of course Jenny Hermoso. Those are the 3 final nominees for that one. Move on to the women's coach of the year, and you have the likes of Genderson, that's the coach of Lyon. You have Emma Harris, who is the coach of Chelsea, who did so well last season, got to the finals of the Women's Champions League, and of course Luis Cortez is also on that list. Cortez is the coach of Barcelona, the Champions League winning side. Talk about the men's finals, the men's coach of the year, and you have, of course, the likes of the man who was able to win the Champions League, and the one who was able to win Italy, the Euros 2020 tournament. You can see them all on your screen: Mancini, Pep Guardiola, and of course, what's his name again? The man who they call Thomas Tuchel. I mean, right? How would I forget Tuchel's name at this point? When we move on, we talk about the one that concerns the goalkeeper of the year. Yes, the goalkeeper of the year. You have Courtois of Real Madrid, you have Edison of Manchester City, and Mendy of Chelsea. That's the goalkeeper of the year. The Champions League goalkeeper of the year. Champions League defender of the year nominees: Ruben Dias of Manchester City, Chelsea's Azpilicueta, and of course Rudiger. Those are the final 3. The midfielders of the year, you have Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City, N'Golo Kante of Chelsea, and Jorginho of Chelsea. And the forwards of the year: Erling Haaland of Borussia Dortmund, Robert Lewandowski of Bayern Munich, and of course Kylian Mbappe of Paris Saint-Germain. When you move on to the final one, which is the Europa team of the Europa player of the year, the Europa League player of the year: Edson Cavani of Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United, and Gerard Moreno of Villarreal, who won the Europa League last season. Now let me move on to my man in the studio. I mean, lots and lots of lists here, but let's focus on the players of the year for the men's team. N'Golo Kante, Jorginho, and Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City. Who makes this award for you?
I'll give it to Kante.
Kante. Okay, that's a straight pick. Why is it Kante? I mean, Jorginho went on to win the Euro 2020 tournament. He also won the Champions League. And many people are saying, I mean, give it to this man.
Actually, we're looking at Kante. He has done it before at Leicester City. Came down to Chelsea. And likewise also his performance in Chelsea team is, let me call it, is an enduring for Chelsea. And I have a special likeness for him. That's why I say we should give it to him.
Special likeness for him. Well, you can also negate what Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne did and all that. Anybody could win it, including the coaches of the year.
We can give midfielder of the year to Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay, should go to Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, well, it's Friday again. Yes, you know what always happens every Friday. Yes, Prediction Friday comes your way. And you know there are two rules to this thing. If you must place your money on any of the games which you will be hearing shortly from this moment, ensure you do so with something you can only afford to lose. And ensure if you must bet, you have to do so responsibly.
Welcome to another episode of Prediction Friday. Remember, there are two rules to this game. Bet responsibly and don't stake if you're under 18. We have a lot of games going down this weekend, from the League 1 to the Serie A to La Liga to the Premier League. We are going to kick off with the League 1, which is the game between Brest versus PSG. That should be a straight win for PSG. Then for tomorrow we have Liverpool versus Burnley. That should be an over 1.5 because Burnley are on good side this season. We have Aston Villa versus Newcastle. That should be a goal. And we have Crystal Palace versus the new promoted side Brentford. That should be X2 because Crystal Palace are not in good form. We have Real Betis versus Cadiz in La Liga. That's a straight win for Real Betis. Alaves versus Mallorca. That should be goal because both teams are really good. Then we have Inter Milan versus Genoa in the Serie A. That's a straight win over 1.5 for Inter Milan. And finally we have Verona versus Sassuolo. That should be an over 2.5.
Welcome back. This is still the arena. Yes, ensure if you must stake on any game, ensure it has to be something you can only afford to lose. Yes, games are going on this weekend. Let's wrap up the show on that note and talk about the ones going on all across the big five leagues in Europe. Serie A is starting this weekend, but let's talk about the Premier League quickly. Games started last weekend. We saw how teams started off, and I mean Arsenal, we are one of those sides that surprised. Do I say surprised us or did not surprise us at this point in the game? Because I don't know. But the big talk right now has to be the one that concerns Lukaku and Chelsea. If Lukaku will be playing this weekend, do you actually see him playing this weekend?
Yeah, I think the coach of Chelsea have actually said that this coming weekend we are going to see him play. So, and I think that will be the beginning of the let me say more downfall, the underperforming Arsenal team. So, you should expect a whole lot of things from him, and likewise also Chelsea team to actually take the league this season.
Chelsea to take the league this season. Okay, Chelsea supporters, you have one man who is a fan here in the studio. Let's run through quickly the fixtures for the weekend. Before we go away, I have to start off tomorrow with Liverpool and Burnley. That's how it's going to be starting off this weekend, Liverpool and Burnley. And then you have the one between Aston Villa and Newcastle United. Crystal Palace will be taking on New Boys Brentford, and Leeds United will be taking on Everton. That's how it's going to be looking. Manchester City and Norwich City and Brighton and Watford would be ending the games that will be going on tomorrow. Watford, we have our eye on you. Yes, our team Nigeria is in that team. I talk about Ogenekaro Etebo and Leon Trust Ekong, and of course the other man who scored on his debut, Emmanuel Dennis. We want to see them do well. Southampton and Manchester United later on Sunday, and Wolverhampton Wanderers and Tottenham also on Sunday. Arsenal and Chelsea, the big game of the weekend, is also going down on Sunday, and then it wraps up on Monday with Leicester City and West Ham. Akeem, I would say these games we just cannot afford missing anyone, but particularly Arsenal and Chelsea. Let's go back to another time and talk about how this all went down. I mean, you're really giving it to Chelsea.
Yeah,
so
giving it to Chelsea.
It's been splendid having you.
Thank you, Chidichi.
We'll get to do this some other time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been wonderful doing this Friday with you. I've been talking about stories emanating from the world of sports, as well as taking a look at the business side of the stories emanating from the world of sports. We'll be back next week to do this again, because he that fights and runs away will definitely live to fight another day. I am Judechi Chigeze. Until next time I come your way, stay safe.